Hey guys, I'm here live on YouTube. Dylan, get ready to play the game. Tampa. All right. Guys, I'm good. All right. All right, get ready. About time.
It's week 18 of the 2027 season.
Happy New Year, y'all right?
Back in Super Bowl 37. It's the Bucks and the Raiders under the lights on Sunday night.
Yeah, we should.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium.
There's a nice
here
view.
in Las Vegas.
My favorite.
Hi again, everyone. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And Charles, we look at the Raiders here entering play. They come in after taking defeat
Charles Davis.
about a month as their loss snapped a 4-game winning streak. On the other side of the field,
I can't stand these guys.
They too were losers
Going
last
big
week,
holes.
so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right?
They know it helped for this. All right.
Nothing on the scoreboard, 0-0 as the offense gets ready to take over the football. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a decent gain.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4. Mayfield looks to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And right away, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had the fumble on the last drive, wound up leading to the opening touchdown. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Mayfield now. And that's incomplete. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay, and they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And while teams don't like to talk about it, they're pretty proud of their rankings. But this ranking is going to be put to the test today because they're going up against a top 5 passing offense in this one.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. This one into the hands of Metcalf. The Raiders at 14-2 heading into this final week. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. They'll run it again. again with Henry. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. Yeah, so they get that one, Charles, on the right tackle.
Yeah, oftentimes in that spot, you're trying to work against a defender, trying to set the edge in the running game, and you're trying to drive around and get your body twisted so that he can't get there. Sometimes your hands get too involved.
Mayfield now from the 50. Man open downfield, it's Metcalf.
Oh, I need that one. Here we go.
Touchdown, Las Vegas. DK Metcalf, 50 yards. And the Raiders are an extra point away from drawing level. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed.
B kills on that one.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, and they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out?
Here now, 2nd and 4. Here's Mayfield. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. On 3rd down, Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Now Mayfield on 4th down. And it's incomplete. So back to live action. Let's see what this offense can do here on this play. Mayfield off the play fake. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
One thing that offensive guys stress when they throw the deep ball, you're just counting on your receiver to find it, adjust before the defensive back can get his head around. In this case, though, the DB matched it move for move and knocked it away.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first. Now Mayfield lost the football. The Packers has got it and hit. All right, the offense back on the field here. Let's see what they can do on this play. Mayfield to throw it. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. Moore, the man in motion. Mayfield. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 36 yards.
So often we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Giving back-to-back catches now. That one for 16.
Last running.
And another first down. Henry yardage here in a big way. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. They'll give Henry another shot. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Derrick Henry with now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year. And the Raiders get a bit closer. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. To throw, Mayfield. He'll find Metcalf. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Mayfield. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It got his man complete. You take a look at his receiving numbers so far. He's been terrific. Up over 100 yards now for the game. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Throwing, Mayfield. And this complete to Henry over the middle. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Come on. Guarded guy.
Grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
This pass going to be caught by Hardman. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. That pass complete to Moore. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 24-yard line. Henry up the middle. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. They go play action. Mayfield. That's into the hands of his tight end Bowers. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Raiders go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Oh,
so
damn.
Ran
the ball.
Off this 3rd quarter and gets them right back in this football game.
And I think we can safely call that a statement drive because they had to be saying, we have put our best foot.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And another drive starts for them huddling in their end zone, Charles. Where have we seen this before? Very recently, but the last time they had it backed up like this, they took it the length of the field.
Hard to do that once, let alone the idea of doing it twice. But, of course, that's the goal. So, as a secondary deal, get 2 first downs. Help yourself with field position and help your defense out.
That one tipped, and it's incomplete. But good hands there defensively. It's second down. They set up the screen for Henry. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20.
What? Come on.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion. And sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Completes it to Hardman. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down, they go again with Henry. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Inside handoff, Henry. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. They'll run, it's Henry. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mayfield going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Partner, for once in my life, I'll be succinct. In a one-possession game, every single stop like that could be a difference maker.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. It's incomplete. Both offenses have been clicking in this one. A lot of points on the board. We'll see if that trend continues. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Trying to fit it into more.
Sorry about that. Makes it contention.
It's week 18 of the NFL, and we'll watch Tommy Eichenberg.
Right to the air. It's Mayfield. Hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete, but pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. Now the first carry for King Henry. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. Going to go right back to Henry. They'll try and play with some pace early on. They'll run for it with Henry. And he's not going to get
I screwed that up. I should took
a couple of yards short. Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. This one intercepted. And he's going to be taken down. Here's Mayfield working from the pistol. He's going to air one out for Metcalf.
Just a great example of not only the anticipation, but the instincts to go break that pass up. Like you can see, he's clearly looking at the quarterback's eyes. Once that ball was delivered, he's just attacking it and breaking it up.
On the ground, Edwards-Helaire. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. The big defensive lineman, Vita Vea, on the stop. What can they do here on third down and 7? Now they'll set up the screen for Edwards-Helaire. Good hustle by the defense. They beat the offensive lineman to the blocks there. No gain on that screen pass.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
That's taken in, and he will have that first down. Taking a chance here early in the game, but they convert
On 4th down. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Right back to Moore, another grab. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. Gonna look deep, looking for more. And he
All right. All right.
Rondale Moore. Touchdown, Vegas. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on this.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mayfield. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. They go play action with Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. He's going to air one out for Metcalf.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
On 4th down, Mayfield. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. Give them 19 yards as they get the 4th down conversion. On 1st and 10, here's Baker. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. He's not going to get too far. Tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Mayfield. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. And he might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a 3rd down. Now Mayfield. That is incomplete. Well read that time defensively, making it difficult downfield, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. They'll go. Mayfield. That one on target to Moore. And he's going to have a Raiders 1st down as this defense can't come up with the play they need. They surrender a gain of 17 on 4th down. Metcalf reels it in on the right side. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. This drive has been methodical, but will they turn it into 6 points? It is 1st and goal. And that's a productive run. He gets this one down to the 4. Again, it'll be Henry.
All right, let's go.
And he is in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish.
First and 10. Out of the gun. Here's a give to Henry. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This is a guy who's been doing it at a high level, Mike, for a long time. Not too many running backs finding success in the NFL past the age of 30. That's usually when they kind of ride off into the sunset, but as always, there's the exception to every rule. Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll go again here with Henry. And they'll stop. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but they didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be third down. To throw is Mayfield. Complete. Metcalf with the grab. That's his third catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They'll come up here on second down and 5. They'll run. It's Henry. And he's going to bring this one close to a first down. Looks like they'll mark him just a yard short. They'll try and run for this with Henry. And the Raiders are going to have a first and goal. Some good running there. Gets them down to about the 2-yard line. And he's going to be stopped in the backfield. Taken down back at the 3. Henry tries to pull his way in.
Let's take the house. Let's go.
Inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Derrick Henry, touchdown Raiders. 2 touchdowns for him in the game, and 60 on the year. Mayfield to throw on first and 10. He's got a man. It's Metcalf. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. It is 3rd and 10. Throwing is Baker. Now a screen set up for Henry.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on fourth down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this fourth down.
And he's going to have the Raiders first down. Good work there on 4th and 1. They get 7 to move the chains. Strong running there, pushing his way forward to gain a couple. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Open man downfield.
Better not be no holding.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's Henry. He did a good job of making one man miss, but could not get away from this defense in the end. It turns into a loss.
Let's milk that.
Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Mayfield to throw. That's complete to Metcalf. He'll be stopped here short of the first down marker. Penalty flag is out as well. The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down. Now Mayfield. Gets that one complete to his tight end Bowers. And he's into the end zone. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Vegas.
We all make such a big deal, Mike, when we see a quarterback go through his progression and deliver a deep downfield strike.
On first down, they'll start the drive with Henry. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. On first down, they'll stay on the ground with Henry. Tough to bring down, and somehow he manages to get 4 yards out of that. Here's a 2nd and 6. On the handoff, running left is Henry. He's able to get away from one man, but the reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play.
A loss of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 7.
On play action, Mayfield. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back, and I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up-and-down performance out of their quarterback.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. First down throw there is incomplete. Michael Mayer, the tight end, was targeted with that one. And it'll lead to a 2nd down. Off play action, he'll set up to throw. That one intercepted. And his offense is going to be off. On first down is Mayfield. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
They'll run it on first down with Henry. He'll be taken down after a gain of 2. They're trying to work quickly here and put the pressure on the defense.
Well, let's give credit here to the coverage unit, Mike. There was nowhere to go with the ball for that quarterback. He had no choice but to just tuck it down himself, and he's able only to pick up a short gain.
On 3rd down, here's a run by Henry. And he's going to be taken down here. Looks like a pretty good spot, though. Yes, he's got it. That's a 1st down.
And this is just more of the same, picking up exactly where he left off in the first half. And numbers, Mike, as you see him, they just pop out at you. I mean, he has been the driving force of this offense from the very start.
He'll take this down to the 43. A short pickup there. 2nd down and 8. Now, faking the give. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up 3rd down. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. That's caught left side by Bowers.
I think there's one of those.
Todd Bowles disagrees with that call. He's thrown the challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of. So a smart decision on the defensive side to use the challenge here. This winds up as an incomplete pass. To throw is Mayfield. That's going to be caught. And he's going to have a Raiders first down. It's a gain of 12 facing fourth down. They go play action with Mayfield. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively all over him. And it'll be second down. Here's Mayfield. Metcalf hauls in that one. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. They'll give it, going left. There's Henry. And this offensive line creating running space. He'll get 6 and get inside the 10-yard line. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard. That's it. The offense in hurry-up mode, pushing the pace. On the handoff, it's Henry. And he's into the end zone yet again. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Touchdown number 17 for him on the year. And his third of this game. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Throwing is Mayfield. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
What's the old saying, Mike? If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And at this point, there's just really no reason to not just continue to target him. He's been running free all game long, and you can see...
Third time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked off by... On play action, he'll set up to throw. He's air one out for Metcalf.
I think all of us up here in the booth were curious, how is this quarterback going to bounce back following the pick 6? And a lot of guys come back and they're very conservative and they just want to dink and dunk because they're scared to throw another pick. Well, we found out pretty quickly. Not this guy. He's going to continue to attack the ball downfield, and he's looking to make big plays any chance he gets.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to third down and 10. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been, they're lucky it hasn't been even more.
And he's going to have the Raiders first down. They find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
That's good for Las Vegas.
Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Over the middle, Metcalf has it. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Got to make something happen, so they'll press the tempo a bit. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down. From the gun, it's Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. Mayfield. And that is incomplete.
Well, it's pretty clear the main reason why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the inefficiency of this offense and primarily out of the quarterback position. I mean, to complete less than half of your pass attempts, it just makes it very hard to compete at a high level consistently in the NFL. And if they want to find themselves having...
on 1st and 10. Here's Baker. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down. This offense moving quickly, and they'll try to get set. They're going to motion the tight end over here. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. That's caught! And he will take this one in. 77 yards. Touchdown, Vegas. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well,
this is 1st and 10. To throw is Mayfield. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here comes 2nd down. Henry. He'll pop this ahead for about 4, but it will set up 3rd down. Here's Henry. Henry rumbles to the 1st down and more. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. And the big night continues. That last run gives him yardage to put him over 100 for the game. Now Henry. And how about that back bulldozing his way forward? A gain of 9 yards. 2nd and a yard. They'll keep it on the ground. Good running there. He's got the 1st down inside the 30. They'll stick to the ground. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run here. Only a couple on that one. It'll set up 3rd down. They'll drop to throw. That'll be caught. It's Metcalf. His 11th grab of the game. And a 1st down.
Well, Mike, sometimes we try to make NFL football a lot harder than it is. When you have a reliable target like this, and he just continues to get open, and you realize the defense simply can't cover him, there's no reason to look anywhere else. Not only has he put together a tremendous game statistically, but he's just been flat-out dominant.
And he'll take this down to about the 7th.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6. At the 7-yard line.
He'll run. Looking for a seam, but will not find one. He'll take this down to the 4-yard line. They come to the line for this one. 3rd down, needing 3. Gonna go right back to Henry. And this is gonna be a touchdown. A game-tying TD here in the final
Yeah, we had to score now.
Just a tremendous finish to what's been a tremendous game, Mike. I mean, not only did they get that late touchdown here in the final stages, but here with time.
So this one, a win for the Raiders. They finished the season on a high note, so now they'll have the week off as the #1 seed. Get back to it in 2 weeks for the divisional round of the playoffs. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson, for our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Black Hole celebrates. The Raiders, winners here. We'll see if there are other winners outside. So long from Vegas.
All right.